Heroes for me are people who go out beyond themselves, and those people are the ones who inspire us. I've been at this school for 14 years now, and every single time I walk in here there's something new, and they're simply my biggest inspiration. I wanted to be a park ranger and hide from the rest of the world for the rest of my life, and in college, instead of just the trail building and the rest, which I ended up doing, I found more of a love in wilderness and protecting the wilderness, and so I became a park ranger naturalist, and that's informal teaching. And I got this wonderful feedback from people who gained something new and exciting from that, and that inspired me further. And then one lucky situation, I was asked to be a resource person for an outdoor program at Prince Wales Secondary in Vancouver at the Trek program. And I walked into a classroom full of all these incredible young people who wanted to learn something that I had to share. And I just walked out of there flying, and I went from being an unpaid volunteer to, within a year or two, going out getting paid to actually be one of the teacher guides, not a real teacher yet, but teacher guides. And those people who ran that program inspired me so much that they inspired me to go to school and to go beyond the time I had spent there and actually pursue teaching as a career with my interest in geography and history. The greatest challenges I met coming into teaching was, of course, working with young people. They have a limited experience of the world. One of the things that got me was their lack of empathy for people who lived in developing nations. And one of the topics that came up one day was landmines, the issues of landmines. The challenge was to try to get them to understand that, to understand the fear. And so I came up with an idea of actually planting landmines at the school. Now, these landmines won't hurt anybody, but they are charged. Some of them are charged, some they're completely inert. They're just little clay pigeons in the ground. But each of the kids who's got protective gear and all the rest has to remove a landmine from the ground. So they have to walk into a minefield, they have to probe for mines, they have to locate a mine, and they have to remove the mine safely. And every so often, one goes off, and the fear they feel is strong. And at the end of it, we reflect on what it is that they've experienced. And it's the knot in the stomach, the fear of the unknown, and all of a sudden you see lights go on in their eyes that these kids, these adults, these people who live in these countries live with that fear every single day. And luckily, Canada no longer produces these things because of the Ottawa process or treaty, but it's something that we were once a part of and that we can do something about by fundraising. And a lot of the kids have, and since years past, have actually gone to visit these places and started to support the removal of these landmines, and that was a challenge that worked out.